Hey folks, how goes your Venus transit day? Double check and make sure my machine isn't altering the volume on me. All right, I guess I'm a little flushed. I've just been on the roof. Can't believe we all have our challenges, and right now mine happens to be a bathroom and vanity area that is soaking wet. It's rained and it's rained, and who knows why it's in the house like that. It doesn't seem to be the pipes. I don't know. So that's the little dance that I'm doing. I had to get up there and clean off the pine needles and everything. I tell you, people are supposed to be in pairs. Oh, for a husband at a time like this. But that's not fair either. I mean, they're not servants. Okay, enough nonsense. Um, I get inspired when I listen to Dimitri Halley's videos. And he recently revealed that he's writing a book. And as he's writing, of course, he's inspired. And he does some writing, I guess, writes on his chapter, and then shares with us while he's in the stream of that inspiration, what's come to him. And I really feel it. It's inspiring. It often lights me up any number of times. Sometimes I don't even make it all the way through one of his videos until I'm inspired to come and say something of my own. He helps me see things. And one of the things I just saw, it was so clear and so simple, it was silly, is that of course we're detaching and letting go everything in 3D, and we are attaching to everything. Let's just call it 5D. I mean, what do we know, right? We just know it's a higher frequency, and instead of a lot of words, 5D is kind of cool. So we're attaching to 5D and detaching from 3D, and it just gets to be a well, duh. Now, he said something really neat. His latest video is on the concept of love your enemies. And I loved his opening line. He said, already when you see someone or something as an enemy, that's an interpretation. And the real work has to be done at the level of interpretations. Oh my God. I mean, let that sink in, my friends. There's vision, and then there's the interpretation of what's being seen. And I think I've used a zillion words to dance around and attitude and all the rest of it, what he managed to say in that one line. There's what you see, and then there's how you interpret it. And the sleeple are interpreting and trusting the interpretation that comes to them. They're not inward focused. They're not self-observant, or they would see and not give the knee-jerk reaction to life. We need to question what comes up in us, because things come up for all different sorts of uses, causes, and reasons, whatever. I mean, some things come up just so that they can be seen and let go of. It's kind of like the final test before graduation on a certain something that you might have been working on for, 100 lifetimes or something. And you fail the final if you believe every thought and every feeling that arises for you. Again, it has to do with who am I? Where do you place identity? Whenever we think we're the body-mind, we've self-limited to 3D. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, we can say in a sense, sure, we're that. But that's just the tiniest smidgen of who and what we are, and so it's limiting. all of our beliefs put us in a box of one kind or another. So it's a matter of self-choosing the finest boxes that we can find at the moment in the now. And we have to let other ones go when we find a bigger one, a finer one, a better one. And so we hold lightly to our beliefs, and we don't totally trust them. There's also the issue of mind, which got very used to being in control and running the show for any number of lifetimes. That could be called the core of being a sleeple, is letting mind run the show. And like in science, we forgot that we were the being. We were the energy being, the light being, the soul, if you will. And so we wrote it out of the picture. Well, that's okay. I mean, that's whatever people want to do is okay. It really is. It's fine. And so I suggest we stop all condemnation of any kind of anyone, and that means Hitler and all the rest of it. Just we've got to look inward on this stuff. Condemnation is not appropriate, and it's something that ties us down to the lowest frequencies and vibration. We're all of this tying ourselves down, we're doing that. That's not so much being done to us. Thinking that things are being done to us is one angle or perception we can take on it. And, we can make that real for a while and live within that kind of a paradigm or a matrix. Or we can say, all right, I'm done with this one. I want something that's more enjoyable. I'm ready for a change. And so taking responsibility is maybe a stepwise thing. I almost see a spiral staircase going higher and higher and higher. And with each action, with each change of perception, each shift in our awareness that we take, it's another step or several steps up that spiral into light. On the way, it's very natural that we have to let certain things go because they're lower dimensional. They're lower frequency. And so anything at all that's low frequency, we can very safely set it down and walk away. And then it's a matter of extricating it from the consequences of having believed it and lived it for so long. And so there's some weeding that has to go on in the garden of belief. There will be, every belief is a structure that's built on other beliefs that are built on other beliefs, and so on and so on, which, it's neither bad nor good. I mean, it can be good in that sometimes when you pull one up, a whole bunch come cascading down. So nothing is either bad or good. That's a judgment. That's an interpretation. Everything just is. And there's a tremendous freedom in that, with a capital F. I mean, it's huge. Give yourself this freedom. Nobody can give it to you. It's something you have to take for yourself. Maybe it'll take some pondering. Maybe it won't. Maybe your higher self will just give this to you just like that. And I'm not telling you anything that you didn't already know. That's the whole thing with having been sleeple. We know everything at the light being side of ourselves. As we get closer and closer to source, we know it all. We have access to it all. Some of this self-limiting is purposeful and intentional. Otherwise, we couldn't do this drama down here, this grand drama, the play. We have to have a certain sense of separation. Otherwise, if we knew that everything was just us, our own body manifesting that way, it just wouldn't work. We can get it to that point. Surely we can. But the journey is what it's all about. The now is what it's all about. It's not some final grand finale. It's really not. It's your now, right this minute. That's what it's about. It's the journey, not the destination. I know there are some who see, and I celebrate and I rejoice with you. My heart is lifted, and we are lifting the rest. Good day.